Dropping in. Well, here we are with Justin, me, Rohawk, you, and Adam and Sue make 4. Hello.
Wow, what's going on?
That's the most awkward foursome I've ever envisioned.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to opt out of this one. There's too much meat in this sandwich.
Way too much sausage in the room. So you can't talk about traveling around the world without talking about Amsterdam. The beautiful little Amsterdam.
I'm telling you, the people that listen to this station want to know.
I've always heard about Amsterdam, of course, because of the marijuana, the legalization there. You can go to a coffee house, open up a menu, and say, "I want that." And I thought that would be really cool. So, what's your Amsterdam experience?
Well, I've never smoked pot, so I'm going to disappoint your listeners. Yeah,
You're purely a vodka man.
I am a vodka man.
Why not? What's going on?
I don't know. Control freak is the best answer I can come up with. I've just never done it.
Whoa! You drink a lot of vodka, and you're afraid of a little pot?
I'm a pretty good drunk.
Pretty good.
Are you a
drunk.
social?
A social drunk?
You get more of a...
Very, very rarely do I wind up naked on top of a table in a bar.
That's true.
That's the exception.
To me, pot is such a mellow kind of experience compared to alcohol.
Well, to me, it smells awful, too. It smells dreadful.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I never thought of it as smelling particularly bad.
Ugh.
Unless it's maybe skunk or something.
I'd eat it.
I'm sorry. What about you, Sue? I have a feeling you've smoked a little doobage.
A little doobage.
Have you smoked a little doobage or a big doobage?
No.
You've not at all?
No.
Never?
Wow.
Come on. Don't be afraid if you have.
Not even in college?
I didn't go to college.
You didn't?
It's legal in 2 states now.
It's legal at least 2. I think more than 2.
Yeah, sort of California, too.
Yeah, part of California, you got to have a license.
Now, I'm on the flip side. I think it should be legal.
Yeah.
I think it's asinine that it's illegal, but even if it was legal, I still wouldn't do it.
Huh. Okay. Personal choice. So your Amsterdam experience does not involve the coffee house, unfortunately.
Wait a minute. Did you do hash? Did you try hash while you were there?
Hash.
No hash?
I have a feeling no smoking products were involved.
You can eat hash.
Cigars, yeah.
Cigars.
My smoke of choice.
So you're not against smoke. You're just against pot smoke.
I'm not against drugs, really. If you want to do them, do them. They're just not for me.
Not personal.
Yeah.
All right.
Personal choice.
You like cognac-soaked cigars.
Absolutely.
You gave Chris one earlier. I want one.
The way you said it sounded awkward.
You gave me a cigar.
Oh, you used the word soaked and then said you gave Chris one.
Soaked.
Let's not do that again.
Wow. Is Monica Lewinsky here?
You bent Chris over the table and you gave him your cigar.
Wow.
No, it was a lovely vial of cigar. It was beautiful. So Amsterdam is all known for prostitution too. This show has more prostitution stories than we've ever had. So did you meet Roxanne? Did you turn on her red light or off, or what happened?
Yeah, the prostitution in Amsterdam is so classy. It's totally above board, and the women are beautiful.
Wow.
And they have to be tested. They're licensed, of all things.
What's the race range? Is there like one of? Could you go get an ebony prostitute and an Asian prostitute?
Just
and
wants a smorgasbord.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, is it because you take a trip around the world in Amsterdam sexually?
I would assume we didn't get a menu, but we'll look into that for you next time.
Well, I heard like you walk by like they're in windows.
They are.
So they're
windows.
like giant Barbie dolls in a case. And
like mannequins that are alive.
Yeah. They're standing there smiling at you. And,
are they partially naked, totally naked?
They're
Lingerie.
barely covered. Yeah, lingerie.
Do they keep children out of this part of town? I would think.
No, the red light district is pretty much open to everybody, I believe. Right?
In fact, you get a family discount if you bring the kids.
Yes.
That's not true. People in my office.
Family discount if you bring the kids. That was wrong for a few levels. Oh my God, that sounds like the that joke that comedians love to joke about. What's the movie? I can't think of it. Anyway. So Amsterdam, you had a good time there.
That's a great city.
Do they have good pancakes there? I've heard they have great pancakes.
I don't think we had pancakes.
That is an odd question.
I think Artie Lang was saying he got heroin, and he actually said pancakes instead. Artie Lang was from the Howard Stern show, and he said, "You know what? They got great pancakes there." And everyone's like, "Pancakes in Amsterdam? I've never heard of that." I think he was talking about other bad drugs. Okay.
Well, he's all class, so that would shock me.
He's an issue. He's got a problem.
Lots of problems.
So. One more country I want to visit before we go to the list of the worst places to visit. Before we go there, Singapore. You had a story about Singapore.
And it's another prostitution store.
My God. Except for it's like the whole country is like every other country is like Nevada. It's like there's a chicken ranch. So Singapore, you say that Singapore, the people are very proper and prim and proper.
It's a very conservative country.
But there's an undercurrent of sexuality and deviant behavior.
Kind of like here.
In the studio, there's a lot of deviant behavior.
This would be an overcurrent.
Ro, put your pants back on. Not now. Not now.
It's my birthday tomorrow. I don't have to wear pants.
It's my birthday. I'm not wearing pants. I'm not wearing pants.
That's the rule in the house tomorrow. Sorry, kids.
Hey,
no pants on my birthday.
No pants. No pants. Birthday time. So tell me, Singapore, what was your experience in that club? What was that like?
Well, just a client took me out to, I think it's called the Bricks Club. It's in the bottom of it's either the Hilton or the Hyatt Hotel.
Right.
And everybody knows it. We walked in, and it was just, again, before Sue.
Do you have to have a password to get in, or is it like a door?
We just walked in. It's like a club. And it was just wall-to-wall stunning women, but all really classy. Business suits, dresses. Yeah, I mean, just look classy as hell. And he didn't forewarn me, so I just thought it was a place I was going to enjoy. Yeah.
Bar.
And we walk in. He's like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "Well, I think I could be very happy here." And he said, "They're all prostitutes." And I was like, "Get the hell out of here." he's like, "Every one of them prostitutes." And I didn't believe him, so I called 3 of them over to the table. And you can't actually discuss it directly. You can't say, "Hey, by the way, you're going to go down on me, and what will you charge?" You have to talk around it. And
you do the classy words for anything.
Well, yeah, they sort of intimate, and they will gesture, not quite directly, but they let you know. So I at first I was sort of a jackass. I made them sort of try to compete against each other for my business.
Play charades against each other so I can see who's the cheapest.
Do I have $20 for a hand massage?
Do you really want oral sex from the lowest bidder either? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Middle line.
When the old lady takes her teeth out, they say, "Okay, no, not you.
That's
you
a winner."
Go back.
Yeah, that's the best part.
I go back, wash dishes.
Never been gummed.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Gums. Yeah, me neither.
As his wife goes, "Ew."
So now we know that she has her own teeth, and they don't come out.
That's right.
Wow. That sounds.
So anyway,
really...
so they couldn't quite say what they were bidding for. So they had to. It was just hysterical watching them lower their rates without being able to precisely tell you what they were lowering their rates for, and sort of talk around it. And
what was a phrase they used? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Like naked lap dance.
No, I can't say naked.
No,
can't say naked.
No, it's too direct.
Jeez, I wish I thought of some funnier answers.
They would say they were like, "You would enjoy," and then they'd lick their lips, and it's very suggestive, but they couldn't, it's like they had they couldn't do that, but they could with just the tongue.
Okay.
You want it in the poopin' choopin'? No, not back there. It's very weird.
What is wrong with you?
You're really focused on that area.
No, I am not. I'm trying to figure out what they would say. I mean, Oh, sorry. You pulled out a plum. Did not mean it. I did not get to wash out that area first. All right, Singapore is disgusting. I'm going to go there right tomorrow. Okay, so here we go. Let's talk about the list.
Let me just finish. I didn't actually use their services. I was just having fun with them. We didn't get to finish that story. So in case my mother hears this, I didn't.
Don't worry about the people at the office.
No, nobody won the bid.
You were just an observer. You were just observing, taking in the local culture, but nothing was taken into anyone else when you were there.
Correct.
The price was wrong, Bob.
Bob, the price was and new to your pets. Now, are all the women Singaporean?
None of them were.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, the culture.
Really?
They're too proud. They would not do that, so they ship their prostitutes in.
So is it like a selection, like Amsterdam?
It was. It was. And this is. I mean. After a few minutes of making a bid, I told them the truth, and I was like, "Look, this is just fascinating. Let me buy you guys a drink." And they hung out for a while.
Oh, you just chatted.
Yeah, and we chatted for a good long while, and they had actually sort of horrifying stories about how they all got there. One was Filipino, one was Cambodian, and one was Laotian, I think.
Like kidnapped and brought over?
No, like there was a 19-year-old that was the Filipino was 19-year-old. And had just had a baby a few months before by an American GI who had been stationed in the Philippines.
Oh, yeah.
And he got shipped out to Japan and said, as soon as I get there, I'll send for you and get you the money for the kid.
Right.
Never heard from him again. And I know you hear this and you're like, oh, that's probably just a story to get money. Well, I wasn't giving her money.
No.
And she showed me pictures on her phone of her baby, and so she seemed legit. I mean, you feel like you can smell those stories. The really impressive one was the Cambodian. She was 25 and spoke 6 languages.
Wow.
And really did. Like my client spoke 7 or 8 languages, and they conversed.
She should have worked for the UN. You don't have to have sex with anyone unless you want to.
I was going to say, you think not?
Well,
What do you think? What do you think pays better?
The UN? Well, that's a good
Yeah,
question.
exactly. Not
Yeah,
the UN.
Yeah,
I'll
but
guarantee
your
that.
showers are less intensive after the UN work job than
Yeah,
after that.
I don't
I
know.
washed a guy off of you. Blech.
I'm not a big fan of having.
That's a big area to wash. What are you doing?
I'm just.
He
I'm
was
just saying. I
washing
would
the
think
guy off of him. Did you hear him?
a prostitute would have to I would think you have to scrub down after a long day. Ooh.
Why? How do you know she has like one, maybe two per day? What? I mean, that'd be like you having sex with 2 different people a day.
I wonder how many. Like, what's the record? How many in one day?
I don't know. Are we going
I know
high or low?
I know
I mean,
at the chicken ranch in Nevada, and they I've heard women can have like 9-10 guys a day.
Yeah, that would require a wash down.
Yeah.
that would require a fire truck. That's
A
disgusting.
fire hose. All right, I don't want to keep you here all day. We had a great time with you, but let's go to the list.
Okay.
The TMI show ends on a list, and we're not at the end of the show, but I figure we got to talk about the worst places you'd ever want to see in the world, because everyone wants to know what's the worst experience, what's the worst country, what's the place you want to avoid. So we'll start with number 5, Bangladesh. Bangladesh? Who went to Bangladesh? You did, right?
We both went.
We both did. Yeah.
That was just an amazing race where one of the Bangladesh races was collect all these dead rats and give it to this man in a satchel and
Because
take
he'll
your
cook
car.
them, right?
Make a stew or maybe some soap.
I was trying to eat my dinner and watch my show, and I'm like, "There's dead rats on my show. What's wrong with
This
them?"
is your top 5 worst places you've been list?
Well, we didn't give him a list, so
I'm making a list.
yeah,
now.
you're pegging it, but Bangladesh would qualify.
Okay.
And what was
We hate Bangladesh less only because India exists.
Okay. Well, you're giving away the number 1 spot. All right. So
I think you just gave it away.
what was the worst part about Bangladesh? It's third worldish. What?
I mean, we've been to a lot of third world places, and they can be really, really wonderful. What for us at least, what makes a place really dreadful is the people, the culture, and if they're crooked, if they're thieves, if they're trying to take advantage of, if they're filthy, then that's bad.
If there's livestock walking through the streets,
which you see less in Bangladesh than you do, for instance, in India. In India, traffic can't go anywhere because their cows are sacred and they're all over the freaking place.
Yeah.
But Bangladesh, it just and we were both sick when we went. I had typhoid fever. She had E. coli.
Oh, so you were already sick and you're in a country where you can't go to a hospital in Bangladesh, right?
And they're hopelessly disorganized. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Okay, so next country that you had a bad experience, Ghana.
Ghana was interesting.
Where is Ghana?
Right next to Rhea.
Western Africa.
Northwestern
Africa.
It's a country next to Rhea.
Best known for like
So you can read it on the map.
Ghana. Oh, Rhea. All right, that was gonorrhea.
You're a little slow today. You all
Rhea
right?
is the capital city of the country of Bangkok.
Yes.
Okay. Where is diarrhea next to Ghana?
It could be.
Anyway. So what's up with what's Ghana? What's Western Africa like? Is it jungle like?
No, it's not. And I would have liked it better if it had been. It's just it's very desolate.
Yeah.
It's very brown. I guess it's dangerous. When I was there, my editor and I were staying in a hotel for a UN conference, and we were in a hotel where a lot of foreign dignitaries and foreign leaders were, and they just. I don't know who they thought we were, but they thought we were worth protecting, and so we had this private security detail. And
what does that mean, private security detail? Like
we had our own private van.
Do they watch you when you're sleeping?
No, but we once snuck out of the house on our own, and the hotel was on lockdown. They were in full panic that we had gotten out on our own, convinced something would happen to them.
Because Duck, get down! There's gunfire. The rebels are coming in. They don't want a national a problem if American gets hurt in their country.
It's bad
right?
press.
Bad press. Yeah. Don't go to Ghana. You'll get killed there. El Salvador.
There's just really nothing to recommend it. It's
It's now good movie. James Woods. El Salvador, or just Salvador, I think it's called. So what happened there?
It's just dangerous. I mean, it's
dangerous.
Really dangerous.
Does everyone walk around like machine guns?
Everybody has guns.
Yeah. See that? I just saw Argo Friday, and Iran. They're just at the airport. Everyone's got machine guns, just walking around, machine guns.
I actually went to my colleague, and they took me to buy some really, really good local rum that he said like the best rum, but you buy it on the black market, so it costs nothing. And this black market liquor store was in the back of a car wash, and even the people out washing cars all had pistols on their hips.
What?
Every one of them. I mean, everybody's got a gun.
Sounds like the Wild West. Yeehaw.
Are you sure you're not talking about like the Cactus
Marietta?
Car Wash downtown?
It's a local car wash. And China we discussed briefly, but what's the worst? What's the China thing?
I love China. This one's all sick.
Oh, you don't like? You like China?
I
What
love
do
it.
you like about China?
Everything. I love the culture.
Did you see the wall? Did you walk
Of course,
the wall?
of course.
I gotta see the wall. You can see it from space, you know. And what did you? What's your feeling about? Do we?
She told you she hates everything
We touched
about
on that. You just everything about China you hate.
Yeah.
It's the people you don't like. The people, the food.
No, there's actually some very, very nice people in China.
Not everyone.
Unfortunately,
They're all Koreans.
Unfortunately, because I don't speak Chinese and I look very Asian, they think I'm Chinese.
Oh,
So they
right.
start prattling off in Chinese. I'm like,
Do you speak any other languages?
no.
Oh, you
I don't
don't?
speak English very well either.
You're pretty good.
That's when you're supposed to be like, piss off.
You know,
I'm from England.
I really can't.
you're soft spoken, but you speak fine.
Well, the way they'll
English.
compensate when they start yammering at her, and she's like, I don't know. For some reason,
They
what that means
raise
is,
their
yeah,
voice.
just say it louder. So
So they're screaming at me, and I'm like, I don't understand.
and then they're just disgusted.
I'm not being rude. I don't know what you're saying,
Right.
sir.
Right. But
Good
like
day, sir.
in their toilets, you know, it's in the ground.
Oh, it's just like holes in the
No.
ground.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
in
not
that,
at the hotels. The really nice hotels. You know, it's, you know, the
Right.
American
Yeah,
toilets.
but you got in the rural areas, and you're sometimes lucky to get the hole in
So
the ground.
if
Yeah.
you go to a restaurant,
And there's-
the restroom is a hole in the ground in
Yes,
the
Sometimes.
back.
and there's
sometimes.
never any toilet
That's
paper
crazy.
or soap.
You got to bring your own. Bring
Yes.
baby wipes.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually have
baby
my
wipes
own
to go?
little
Do you let me
tissues
see?
in my
You
purse now.
Ooh, good one.
Now you know how worthful that is. Now you're excited that you have a toilet.
I have always been excited for a toilet.
And China is sort of a sexist culture still. It's a very male-dominated culture, which
Huh.
no doubt played into my affection for the place because, you know, for many years I was going by myself and it was treated great. But when we took Sue over, not so much for Sue, and it's like so bad that we'd go to a really nice restaurant with clients and Sue would try to order something and they'd ignore her. And so she'd pester him to order, and they'd look to me for permission before they'd bring her a drink or something. So
Wow.
it's a very different experience for Sue.
I want to knock out a few of them.
I like her.
I like it too. Yeah,
I like her.
I don't like those people that ignore the women.
They do that in America.
Yeah, I was just to say we were just talking about that this
No,
morning.
I get
Yeah.
the best treatment in
They
America.
did it to my wife last week.
Yeah, it's not.
White guys,
Is it a Chinese restaurant?
No, it was a realtor.
white man.
So, okay, the end of the list here. The worst place to visit in the whole world,
Yeah.
India.
Slam dunk.
India.
Definitely.
Really?
India. Yeah.
So tell us what's up with India? We know there are there's livestock cows walking through the streets, so you cannot disturb. It's just whatever they want to do, they want to do. Do you know why that is?
Because the cows are sacred.
But what
Yeah,
what
it's
is
a
that?
religion.
It's a religious
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
The
Hindu.
reincarnation.
Another reason I don't like religion because it makes these people do ridiculous things.
Yeah, you can't eat hamburgers.
You
That's a bunch
noticed
of
that? I
crap.
thought I was the only one.
I want hamburgers walking the street.
Yeah, I know we're in Georgia, Atlanta, but we don't get it.
I couldn't live in India. I love beef.
Well,
No.
you can get it. I mean, it's there. I mean,
Oh, you
everybody's
could-
a Hindu.
you
Oh,
could
sure,
buy
you can,
beef
yeah, you can
there?
get beef. Yeah.
So besides the
$70 a pound.
besides the cows in the streets, what else is?
Everything. And the culture's awful. It's filthy. It's disgusting.
Filthy.
People pee on the streets. I mean, everywhere you
And
look, there's
poo.
somebody peeing. What do you say? And poo on the streets. They're squatting all
Really?
over the place. Yeah.
People just crapping,
Yeah.
and then they wash people, and people wash themselves in the river, and they throw the dead bodies in the river.
They
throw
do.
garbage
Yeah.
in the river.
I actually saw a guy get killed in traffic last time we were there. I walked out of a meeting, and your traffic is god awful there. And this guy tried to run across the street, got hit, killed. So of course they stopped traffic, and that made the other people in traffic angry. So they started yelling at the guy who stopped. So he just folded the body up, shoved it in his back seat, and left. They didn't wait for the police. Didn't wait for. You're looking at me
my
like I'm making this
God.
up. I
I'm
cannot
sorry.
make this up.
I'm not. I believe you totally.
I was just picturing the guy being folded like a suitcase.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
It was a tiny little car. They really had to fold the little guy up.
Jeez, as long as they didn't take him home and eat him.
They might have.
Slapped him in a Yugo, brought him home for barbecue.
Oh, you had a bad experience at a bank too. What happened with the
But
bank?
the whole culture is so. I mean, everybody there is out to rip you off. Everybody there. So I went to use my ATM card. The bank ate, the machine ate the card. So I went into the bank to get it back. And while I'm standing there, I see the branch manager, not even just a regular employee. The branch manager's got my card and he's copying the front and the back, hoping I'm not going to notice.
Oh my.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Wow.
The ATM eats your card. You go in the bank to say, "Hey, what's going on?" And you see the bank manager with your card.
I'll be with you in a second.
Yeah.
How rude! I'm doing something.
I'm
Just to
copying
give
your
you
card.
an idea, this culture is so ridiculous too. Like the bribery and corruption is so accepted there that they actually look at you strangely if you don't bribe people, if you're not out to rip somebody off. When we were there last time, regrettably, we were reading this article as we're getting on a plane. And this wasn't even a like front page article. It's like buried towards the back. They're talking about how 70% or something of the pilots in India didn't want to have to bother with going to flight training school because that's pricier than bribing somebody. So they just bribed their way. Somebody told them how to work those little controls up front.
Oh my god.
Bribed their way on, and it said like 70% of the domestic flights in India are being operated by people with no pilot's license.
I drive a car. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
And in the same newspaper was an article slamming some super liberal crazy person who had suggested that perhaps mutilating young women was a bad idea. And so the article was about, what are you, you're an idiot. Of course we're going to mutilate the young women and kill the girl babies because they can't work the farms quite as well.
It's tradition.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Tradition. Oh my god. So when you left India, did anyone, at the airport say, "Thank you, come again"? No?
No, they were too busy trying to get one last bribe out of us.
Oh my
For
god.
a
Yeah.
passport.
That brings
Yeah.
in like
Wow.
the whole nother thing of, hey kid, you want some candy?
Oh no. Oh my god.
That's
Wow. You guys have been great.
Hey, thank you guys for having us.
Thank
This was a
you.
blast.
Oh, no
Yeah.
problem.
I can't wait for you to go somewhere.
If I'm fired,
back.
I hope you guys will feel a tad guilty. But
Oh my god.
otherwise, this has been a lot of fun.
No, you write all about this in your blog. You're
That's
getting
true.
fired. You son
You could be
of
a permanent guest then.
No,
Yeah,
but
but nobody I work with reads my blogs.
oh.
They might now.
Oh
They
my
might now.
Well, when you go away, don't get hit by any vehicles
Yes,
this
sir.
time. We want
Yes.
you to come back
Okay.
in one piece, and how Sue gonna get back? She'll be heartbroken, and it's tough to. How do you pay a taxi to drive you home from Europe? Not easy.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, Adam, Sue, you want to talk about your website? We're gonna put you on the TMI show with Justin Berkey Facebook page is gonna have a bunch of pictures from them later, so you'll be able to check them out in various outfits and locations. And you're in a bikini in some shots, so that's always good.
You were pointing at Sue, not me,
And
right?
Adam is a
No,
very
he was pointing at you.
Yeah, Adam, you look great in your Speedo. You can see you're perfectly formed.
Well, when in Rome.
Yeah, that banana hammock
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly. Nice penis, dude. So
Oh,
great.
you did
having
read it
you.
because that is the caption.
Oh, I thought it was on the actual banana hammock.
So it's been lovely having you two here. I thank you for taking your time out. We can't wait to have you again.
Well, thank you. We'd be grateful if anybody would find our Facebook page and
Yeah.
click like and find us online. We'd be thrilled for the traffic.
Yes.
Yeah, check it out. They got some cool
Please.
pictures. Like I said, the Machu Picchu one was just blew my
Thank
mind.
you,
It's
thank you.
awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna gather them all in one folder for the TMI show page, but you got to read his blogs because they're hilarious and shocking too. Some of them.
Perhaps not shocking after the interview.
No.
Yeah, we've
Well,
shocked
there's
the
new
hell
ones to
out of
come.
it.
So you guys are traveling next week, correct?
That's right. That's right.
Right. So where are you going next week?
China and Philippines.
China and Philippines. Okay.
Sue's favorite place.
Well, in the Philippines, try not to get any underage hand jobs, please. And
Come on, you know you want us to, so we can come back and talk about
Yeah,
it.
Exactly.
You just said hand job.
You can't say that.
I don't think so,
Actually,
but I just said it
what you
again.
said was underage hand job. That
yeah,
probably is
that's
worse.
even worse.
Hand release. I'm sorry.
I don't,
All right.
massage.
We'll be right back with more TMI show. We'll wrap it up in a minute.